Hello, do you feel like the spring is blooming? Do you feel blooming in the air? I hope that you are blooming today from the inside out like a young blossom in the middle of spring with the sun shining and the butterflies flowing. Yes, I'm that crazy person. Hi, my name is Gabe. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad to have you guys here. I have to make you guys laugh. I mean, the whole point is like, we gotta have laugh. It's gotta have fun. It's makeup. So anyway, yeah, so today, guys, we are going to be playing with a lot of bloom. We're going to be playing with the Natasha Denona, the Bloom palette. And also, they also sent me the Natasha Denona Face Glow palette in the Bloom. So we're going to be doing both of those. And I also have the new glow recipe. This is the Water Glow Niacinamide Tinted Serum. And I have it in the shade Berry Flush. We're going to be using that too underneath. And yeah, we're going to be playing with some new makeup and some new eyeshadows and some stuff for spring. So if you guys want to see what my opinions are about this new Natasha Denona palette and my thoughts and everything about all this good stuff, then stick around and let's do it together. You guys were just winging it today. We are winging it today. Let me tell you. And so I got my brushes ready. We're all ready to dive in. But before we get started, I know you guys are going to ask me about the lips. Okay, so we got, where is that lip liner? So this is the MAC Cool Spice lip liner. I'll show you what this got. She's a very cool, like, lip liner. And then we have the, this is a Lancome Coquette lipstick. And the packaging is a little bit different. I have one of the older ones, one of the older packaging, but the newer, it's still the same. The color's still the same. But yeah, this is Coquette. And then I put a little bit of this Queen lip gloss in it and Divine Aura over top of it. So she's got this really pretty, I was trying to find a really pretty coral theme. As you can see, I was trying to be coral-ish with the shirt and everything. And this is the only shirt that I had. I wanted one a little bit more on the peachy side, but this is the only one that I had. So I was trying to find a shirt that kind of matched this whole theme today, but it is what it is. So there you just go with the flow. So first off, before we get started, I've done my brows, obviously. We've done lips. I've set eyeshadow base on me. I put a little bit of my Sigma eye primer on my eyelids, so we're all good with that. I have a little bit of mascara on from a previous video before. And yeah, so I wanted to do a little bit of this before we do a full powder. I thought that, you know, and I go off and do bronzer and everything, I wanted to do a little bit of this glow recipe serum with you guys. So this is a dewy skin flush. I've tried this for the last couple of days. It's really pretty. It's a blush. It's a blush, but it's a skincare blush. It's got a little bit of the smell, like the watermelon. It's got a little bit of the watermelon smell. I'm going to put a little bit here on the back of my hand. This is kind of like what it looks like. Oh, I'm sorry, the doe fit. That's what she looks like. And it's a very, she's got a very sheerish kind of look to it. And you can build it a little bit. It's supposed to be put like on bare skin. Like if you kind of didn't want to wear makeup and you just wanted to put it on bare skin. But anyway, I'm going to show you guys a little bit what it looks like before we powder, just so you can see what it kind of looks like. So if you are interested in this product, it is a really pretty product. As you can see, she got like this little bit of a flush to it. They have this in two shades. There's a watermelon one, and there's this shade here. I'm going to take just one of these brand new Morphe brushes. So this is the foundation brush. I'm just going to take a little bit of her. This is the M4 because she's kind of stiff, a little in between stiff. You could use like blush or whatever. And I haven't done bronzer or anything yet. I just wanted to put this on so you guys could see the fleshiness of the color. And then, of course, we're going to be doing the Natasha Denona blush over it. Whatever they sent me in the glow palette, we're going to be doing that. But anyway, I wanted to see what this looks like on the skin. See how pretty it is? It's really pretty. It gives a lot of coverage. I mean, it does give a really beautiful, fleshy glow. And then again, I'm going to go over it because I haven't done any, you know, contour, any of that kind of stuff. I've not done any of that. But I just wanted you guys to see what it looks like. It's really pretty. I mean, she's got a really pretty, fleshy, glowy. It's really nice. It's just something that you need. Not really. I mean, I think they're $25. They're not really bad for like a creamy skin, flushy kind of a serum type blush. If you're looking for something like that, this does look really pretty on a dry skin. It does look good on a bare skin too, so if you want something really natural, or you know, if you're a guy and you want something just to give you like that really pretty flush to the skin and kind of just blend into your skincare or your SPF, it'll give you a little bit of a glow without looking really overly blushy. And it's the same thing with anybody, and this is the darker one. The other one is a little bit lighter, so she's a tad bit more lighter. This is more berryish, and the other one is a little bit more pinkish, I believe. But I like it. It's really pretty. Again, I think they're nice. They feel good. They're very watery. But do you have to run out and get it? No, but if you're looking for something kind of skincare-y and kind of fleshy, and you want something just to give your skin a little bit of hint of color, I mean, these are really pretty. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents on those, just to throw that out there. If you guys were interested, if you'd seen it in Sephora or you had thought about it or whatever, this is just to give you guys an idea of kind of like what it kind of looks like. So let me go on camera. I'm going to do a little bit of my Chanel, did I have Chanel? Yeah, it's my Chanel Soleil, and we're gonna do a little bit of my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer, and I'll be right back and we'll get started on my eyes. This is the Natasha Denona Bloom palette. This is what she looks like. This is probably the most beautiful packaging that she's done on a lot of her palettes. I absolutely love the outside of the design of the thing, and then just on the box, it looks a little bit lighter, but it's giving you like all the shades and stuff on the back of the box. But it also has the little holes in it where you can actually take it and move them around if you want to, so to speak. But the palette is just absolutely beautiful. And this is what she looks like on the inside. I'm more up close. See how beautiful they are. It's like really, it's a tie between coral, peach, and maybe with a hint of warm pink. So they're warmer than they look. Originally, I was gonna do the warm palette before this video, but this came before I got to do that video. So I will still do the warm palette. But I put them side by side or whatever, and most of it, and I've looked at different palettes that I have, and I've looked at it, and none of them look similar to this one. So this palette is different in ways, so it's not any similar to some of the other ones. Some of the shades may look a little similar, but for the most part, this is a little bit of a different palette, but it's still, nonetheless, it's more of a neutral palette, but it's got that really beautiful warm pinky, peachy kind of vibe to it. But if you don't like warm pinky, peachy tones, then you may not like this palette. I do want to show you the Bloom palette. This is the Face and Glow palette beside it. So the trim and everything does kind of match the palette, the face palette too. And this is kind of like what the face palette looks on the inside. We will swatch these in a little bit, but this is what she kind of looks like. So it's got a blush. It has a extra a glow topper to put over the blush, and then there's one that says Glow Extreme, and then there is a Duo Glow. So there's a couple of different highlighters and more of a blush in it. So we'll play with that in a little bit. When we get finished with the eyes, I powdered down, we did bronzer and everything, so now we're just ready to kind of really focus more on the eyes. Okay guys, so this is the top row here, the middle row, and then this is the last row, and then over here is the shade Equinox, which everybody was really ranting and raving about how different it was. Let me do a little bit better swatch of the Equinox so you guys can see it up against everything, but look how pretty she is. But it's a really beautiful palette. It looks really gorgeous. It's just, you can definitely see there's a lot of warmth in it. She's got a lot of warmth. So if you like those kind of colors, you will like this color story. Okay guys, by the way, I want to let you know, this is the new Chanel color of what is it? I'm not good today. I tell you what, my brain is completely fried. It's the new, I think it's the new Camille, it's the one that's getting ready to come out. They had it in the store already setting out. They already had it set out or whatever, but it's not online yet. When it does, I'll let you guys know. But this is the new polish in it. I really briefly took it and just kind of brushed it on in the store just to let you guys know. So it's a really pretty pinky kind of coral. I mean, it kind of goes with this whole theme. So it's a really pretty color. Do I think it's worth the $31 or whatever? I'm sure you guys can find something, or if you have something in your collection, but it looks really pretty. It's a pretty shade. And then there was another one, it's like a gray shade. But anyway, I just want to show you out of this collection, this and I think it was a lipstick, one of the lipsticks I'm impressed with. The blush I wasn't impressed with. The shadows were okay. Because the blush was the one I thought I was going to pick up, but I decided not to pick it up. And then also too, I picked up the Tarte palette and the new Tarte palette, the one that Mel loves so much. And we're going to be doing a video with that. It's got the highlighter and the blush and everything in it. I picked it up. It just hasn't got here yet, but we will be doing that one too. But anyway, let's dive into this palette. We're going to do a lot of my Refer brushes today. So this is the Refer brush number 32. Let's go into Petal. So she's the light shade. I think I want to do an all over with this one. I think I want to pack her all over the lid. And I think what we will do is I will do one eye like I normally do. I'm going to do one eye. And then we will do the other one off camera just so you guys can see. But that is really beautiful. That's a really pretty shade. It's very soft. It feels very creamy like, but that's really pretty. That's a nice everyday kind of go-to shade. That's really nice. Brush, let's do a number 13. And let's go into the shade. I'm really with this shade King here. It's like, she's like that peachy kind of color. And I'm going to go in and start building the crease with this shade. That looks really pretty. I'm going to love this palette. I know I am. I've been so excited. I could not wait to get this palette in the mail because I just love this color story. I think this color story is so pretty. I just think it's really nice for spring. I just think it's kind of that nice blend of warm with a little bit of hint of cool to it. I just think it's really pretty. But these so far are matte, and that blended really well, and it looks really beautiful. That same brush, we're gonna go into Ren, and she's that pretty pink color, and we're just gonna go in. Let me scoochy up a little bit more. Scoochy, a little Angelica. You guys just seen I did a little my little mix. My little subscribe to the channel, subscribe. Back in the browser field. Back in the browser field. Scoochie, 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 sha-na-na-na-na-na. Oh my God. By the way, you know, Bailey Sarian does that little na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, or what is it? She said, I think you, and you know that originally Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie are the ones that did that. I never knew that they did that on, what was the name of their show, My So-Called Life, way back in the day. But that's where Bailey got that from. It wasn't, she didn't make that up. They did. She just took it and used it as her own. But I just thought that was really funny. It's a little fact there. But look how pretty that is. That's really beautiful. So far, they're all like really nice, really pretty mattes. So now let's go into Clover. I'm going to take Clover and we're going to build Clover here in the crease a little bit more and really dig into that crease and really build it up a lot more. This is definitely one, I feel like you've got a lot of natural colors in here. You can really get some really pretty soft, pretty day looks with it. And you could get some drama out of this one, but I mean, you could definitely mix it in with some of her other palettes too. Don't get me wrong, but that is really beautiful. And again, this is more of a, this color is, Clover is she's more of a matte for sure. And I'm gonna take that one and just build it up a little teeny tiny bit more. Now let's go into Brick. So Brick she's another matte, and she's a little bit more autumny looking. She's got more of an autumn color. And I'm going to take her and build her more out here. And I think so far it's like no fallout, which doesn't surprise me because usually Natasha's shadows don't really get a lot of fallout. But that is really pretty. These are great buildable on top of each other. I mean, I didn't think that they would be. I thought they would be. The color story blends really well all together. So it's looking really nice. I think we're going to do the shade Rue. I'm going to take Rue. We're going to put her right there. And Rue is like this really, it's got like a berry coral look to it. I think we'll just take her and put her there. Just pack her over there. And then let's take a little bit of Fleur. Let's take a little bit of Fleur and put her right here. And just add a little bit of that. Oh, that's really pretty. That is a really, this looks really nice on her eye. It's like, it's not too much either. It's like a really soft shimmer. And then when we get finished, I'll go back and we're going to use Equinox in the inside. We'll use her more on the inside, but I'm really liking that so far, guys. So what do you guys think so far? It looks really pretty. Let's take number 3. She's more of a pointy. And let's go in and take a little bit of Clover and Brick mixed together. Let's take them right under here, a little bit here. Because I really want to build that up a little bit and kind of connect that together. Oh, that's really pretty. Oh, that's a pretty, it's like nice and soft too. It's got a nice soft look to it as well. I'll take a little bit more over here. All right, a little bit more here because I want to get out a little bit more of it. That is really beautiful. I'm feeling that. I really do. I really like that a lot. That's really pretty. So I have this Morphe brush that I'm dying to try. It's what, 352 or 62? And she's a liner brush. And I'm going to take a little bit of water and I'm going to wet her a little bit. And we're just going to go into this really pretty brown shade right here. And she's called Bark. And I'm just going to take a little bit of her and kind of just mix it up a little bit. And we're going to take a little bit of that as the top liner on the top. Let's see, where is my mirror? My little Snow White mirror. Take a little bit here on the top here. To create a real soft little bit of a, not really a really heavy looking liquid, but just a little bit of a, because I love using Natasha's shadows as liner because they do such a good job. So it looks really beautiful. It gives it a really pretty look. This is what the look looks like. We did some lashes. I did a little bit, I did this in the inner corner here. This color you gotta be careful with though. She's very, very soft to the touch, but I took her all right through here, kind of just blended it over these two here. And I actually added a little bit of this in there too, this little bit of this whitish one. She looked a little bit more like that really pretty shimmer to it. I did her a little bit more in there too. And also, Angelica, I can't pronounce her last name. It's Nuchinist. I can't pronounce, but anyway, I follow her. I love her. And she always says you should give a little pop of color in the inner corner of your eye. And I actually had this ColourPop cream gel liner, and this is in the shade Crystal Crush. And I added a little bit of blue in there just to give it like a little bit of a pop. So it just kind of give it this really pretty, it's a peachy pink, but then it's got that little bit of blue in it, and it looks really pretty on my eyes. I just think it make it look really pop. I don't know if this is my best work ever, but it's a beautiful palette. It is really pretty. I mean, all the shades, I used almost all the shades in it except for Lush and Ember and Floss. I didn't use those. So the Floss and Ember, I didn't use that one. But everybody else I used. I mean, it turned really, it's very easy to blend. You can get very many multi-different kind of looks with this palette. So if you guys are up for it, just remember, I am a Natasha Denona affiliate. I get a 15%, you get a 15% off if you use my code on her site. Usually you can get it within 2 to 3 days, Federal Express. So just keep that in mind if you're interested in purchasing it, because I can save you a little bit of money if you really want this palette. But it is at Ulta and Sephora as well. And, you know, if you have points at Ulta, maybe you could do it there. You know, Sephora eventually will be doing a 20%. Is it something you got to rush out and get? No, not really. I mean, if you have the warm palette, or if you have the golden palette, I think it's the golden. See if it's golden or the, I can't remember, but if you have one of those, I mean, you may not even really need this one, but it is a really beautiful palette. The packaging is stunning. She did a great job with it. But now I need some blush because I have no blush on. We have no highlighter on yet. So I'm going to go into this little palette here. So she's not new. It's new to me, but it's not new to the market. But this is what she kind of looks like. Let's take a little bit of a swatch. Glow Extreme. I'm going to put her here. And then this one is the Duo Glow. The one is more, it's very orangey, very orgasm-ish. And then there's a little flip top here on the top. We're going to open that up. I had the pink one at one time, the Love one, and it broke on me, and I was really upset with it and never cared to use it again. But this one, let's put a little bit of her. This is the Glow Cream Base. So that's the cream base right there. And then this is the cream blush. So it's a little, she's a little more of this powdery, it's a berry color. It's more of a berryish color, which is a little unusual for it to be kind of like this whole peachy thing, and with the blush to be more berry. But I mean, hey, who am I? Who am I to say anything? By the way, I wanted to tell you guys this Morphe brush, this ankle brush here to use for contour or whatever, it is so good. It's really great for applying cream and liquid. So we're going to use, I'm going to wipe a little bit off on my cloth here. And it says this is a cream glow base. So maybe we might want to take a little bit. So I'm going to take a little bit of this brush and I'm going to dip it into this cream glow base here. And we're going to add a little bit of the glow base first before we do the cream blush over top of it. Now, typically I would do cream blush first, but typically these kind of cream blushes that she makes, you can pretty much put them over top of foundation and it doesn't bother them. I'm going to take a little bit right through here because I want all that to be a little bit more glowy. I'm going to take a little bit more down through here and there. And, oh, that's pretty. That was this one right here, by the way. So I'm going to set this down. And then I'm really liking these brushes by Morphe's, guys. They're really pretty. So I'll take a little bit of this cream blush here. And let's take a little bit here. And so she's pigmenty. Take a little bit right through here. I'm going to take a little bit on my nose here, too. Right through here. And let's dab her up into, I think I'm going to take her up a little bit more into like the shadow. Give me more of that pretty flush right through there. You guys know I love a flushy cheek and I like to put it everywhere. I don't put blush just in one spot. I really like it a little bit everywhere. Of the Glow Extreme, because you know we can never glow enough. So I'm gonna take a little bit of her right there and add more of a little bit more right there, just to give a little something, something. And I'm gonna take a little bit here with my finger, tap it underneath my brow a little bit too, just to give a little something there. Ooh, that's pretty. I like that. Okay, guys, so here we are. So we're all done with the lip. I added a little bit more lipstick and with a little bit more. This looks really pretty. I really do. I love the way the lips look. I love the way it looks with everything. The blue did give it like that little bit of punch. I will say this here, I mean, it's nice. I mean, I'm not gonna, it's pretty. I mean, it is really pretty. Let me add just a teeny tiny bit more of this blush here. Just a little bit more here to see you guys up close. You guys can see it a little bit better. But yeah, it's a really pretty, it's prettier than I thought it was going to be. This, when I swatched it, I was like, oh, I don't know about this, but it's actually really pretty. It's a pretty blush. I don't know if it's going to last though. This would have to be one, I think, what you need to put on before you powder. So it would stick and then maybe use the powder over it. Even though it's supposed to be a blush, I think I guess if you were going to go for a really natural look, it would probably last. But overall, I think it looks really pretty. I mean, it is a cute palette. You know, and again, if you use my discount, you could get it a little bit cheaper. And I've never used this one before, but I definitely like this one more than I did the Love one. The Love one I didn't care for. The Love one was like, it was just like a big waste of nothing, basically. This is a little bit warmer. So I like that. But all in all, it turned out pretty good. I mean, I'm not too mad at it. Is it my best work? Probably not, but it did turn out really pretty. I think it does look really pretty. I think it would still look a little bit better if I had a little bit more of a peachy color on. But anyway, by the way, I hope you guys like my backdrop. We're all ready for spring, obviously. I'm ready for Easter. I just can't wait. I'm excited. I'm ready for the warmer weather to get here. But anyway, please make sure that you give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. I really do appreciate you being here so much. If you didn't like this video, then, you know, I'm glad that you stayed this long if you stayed. I really do appreciate that too. And yeah, thanks guys for being here. Other than that, that's it. You know, be safe, be strong, be proud, stand tall, love yourself. Remember, tell somebody that you love them today because life is way too short. And I love you guys with all my heart. Have a good rest of your day. Take care and bloom a lot today. Bloom, bloom, bloom. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.